1v1 outer reaches. Blue side, xHoLyHammerx as that Chaos Lord seems to be his favourite commander right now. Very tough melee commander, bashes through cover and cannot be suppressed, generally evil dude. Red side is Tex as a Hive Tyrant. Very tough like the Chaos Lord, also cannot be suppressed or stopped by cover, but emits a basic synapse which buffs non-synapse creatures nearby. 3 VPs on this map as always. Natural for Tex in the southeast, natural for xHoLyHammerx in the northwest, and a contested VP right at the top in the northeast. Quite a large 1v1 map which might favour Tex. Double termagants. xHoLyHammerx goes for Chaos Space Marines into a Heretic squad. Seems to be his favoured build order. Heavy ranged infantry. Here come double termagants and the Hive Tyrant though. And they'll probably be forced off. He's going to want to wait around and hold up these Tyranids as long as he can. Turns to engage, shoots up the Hive Tyrant. One termagant squad capping. Heretics, are they going to cap the wreck point? No, they are. Chaos Lord's idle. Now he's capping. Chaos Space Marines dodging these Tyranids. Hive Tyrant gets a little melee charge and then backs off. xHoLyHammerx takes the top of the map then, Tex takes the bottom. Never seen Tex play as Tyranids. Both of these players are very good Orc players, or at least were. Haven't seen xHoLyHammerx play Orcs for a while. Tex still plays Orcs now and then from what I see. I think that was a mistake retreating those termagants. Now in melee with the Chaos Lord and with CSM backing him up, that Hive Tyrant's going to be forced to retreat. Trying to hold up these units as long as possible and now retreats. xHoLyHammerx can cap. Heretics working on Tex's power up here, or has already taken a node. xHoLyHammerx seems to love getting aspiring champions for his Heretics, and double termagants forced them off. They will force melee, but they probably won't kill anything. Oh, they did kill one. 2-to-1 cap for xHoLyHammerx. Always starts very strongly. Noise Marines on the field to counter those double termagants. Kind of a flame unit, do AoE damage and disable ranged weapons. Can be made into an artillery unit in tier 2. Tex has a warrior brood out. Heavy infantry are a melee unit, also emits a basic synapse like the Hive Tyrant does, making non-synapse creatures a little bit tougher. I think it's 15% damage resistance, maybe one other buff as well, I forget. Hormagaunts on capping duty at the beginning of the game, it seems. Node goes down. Are they going to cap it? Yes, Heretics cap, and he does have an aspiring champion on this first Heretic squad. Turns him into a decent melee unit in tier 1. If they can get in amongst those termagants, certainly that's going to be some dead Tyranids. Do we see any toxin sacks? We do. Both termagant broods have toxin sacks. That was Rending Talons. That was a seismic roar. Hormagaunts taking the contested top VP. Full power farm for xHoLyHammerx here. Also has this power point. Tex has 2 gens and this power point. Double termagants under synapse thanks to these warriors. Is he going to go for the Chaos Lord? No, he engages the CSM. You see the warriors leaping into combat there. Really adds to their effectiveness in melee. Jumping in, disrupting stuff. And they took out a CSM model. That's 66 requisition to reinforce that guy. Hive Tyrant idle back at base. Noise Marines forced off. Probably did a cacophony and then retreated. Warriors decapping this wreck point now. not going after this power. 479, 422, a 2-to-1 for Tex. Termagants capping this. What's going on down here? Hive Tyrant gonna have a word with some heretics. These are in their default state, which is a very fragile melee unit. Not even gonna bother shooting at the Hive Tyrant with their little tool auto pistols because they do piddly damage. Going after these Termagants, gonna be crippled, are they? Yes. Now will be shot to bits or not. Get into melee combat with no losses there, very odd. And they have their aspiring champions, double aspiring champion heretics for xHoLyHammerx. Seems to really like this. They are powerful, but this could be a lot of requisition bleed come tier 2 where there's nasty AoE like zone throats running around. We see how it goes. Both players very even in tech. Tex has a slightly larger, well, he did before that generator went down. Here comes the Hive Tyrant, gonna try and tie up these noise marines. Cacophony will not knock down the Hive Tyrant because he's too big and badass, but it does knock down his Termagants, and the heretics are able to retreat with 3 members. Quite a lot of reinforcing to do on those guys. Ouch, CSM lose 2 models to Ormagaunts there. Ormagaunts no slouch, and the CSM run away. 430, 422. Both players go tier 2 around the same time. Tex slightly earlier. Chaos Lord, are they going to cripple him? They are. And he's forced to retreat. Took a lot of damage there. No upgrades for him in tier 1. Combi Flame are always tempting against all this light infantry. Heretics again hitting Tex's power, and they take out the node quick time. Will they try and decap? No, they're going to try and take out this generator before the Hive Tyrant gets in there. Might do a seismic roar. No. Did he take out a model? He did. Termagants really don't want to get anywhere near those noise marines, who have pretty good range now these days. Warrior Brood in amongst aspiring champion heretics. That's an interesting engagement, and the Warrior Brood forced off there. Aspiring champion heretics, such a solid tier 1 melee counter. 430, 384. xHoLyHammerx starting to creep up VP wise. Zone Throat, the first thing Tex going for. xHoLyHammerx goes for a Blood Crusher.
We have the advantage for now.
Chaos Lord capping, Heretics capping. xHoLyHammerx really sucking up the map control here. Here come Warrior Brood. These are the same Heretics guys, but they do have their adrenal glands now. This makes them tougher, more damage, and means that they emit a melee synapse, which really boosts melee creatures such as these Ormagaunts, which only have 2 models. Hive Tyrant, that was a nasty seismic roar, forced off those Heretics, now under Noise Marine fire. Chaos Lord chasing some Termagants, and here's the Zone Throat artillery unit for Tyranids. Doesn't need to set up, but he's very vulnerable, especially when the shield isn't up. Here is the Blood Crusher, charges the Hive Tyrant. This might be a dead Hive Tyrant. Yes. Surely. One more touch and there he goes. And there's the Synaptic Shot, knocking down all of these Termagants. Blood Crusher is a demon with vehicle armor, fights melee pretty quick. He's going to go after this Zone Throat now, and there's not much Tex can do about it. As long as he gets the shield down, that Zone Throat will die in 3 or 4 hits. Hive Tyrant gets up, and he's going straight for that Crushing Claw to try and take out the Blood Crusher, or at least scare it off. Quickly switching war gear to suit the situation, son of a good player. And Blood Crusher's taking loads of damage from the Crushing Claws, and here we have Adrenal Gland Warriors who will also really damage this vehicle armored demon. And Blood Crusher gets away. Yes. Heretics, ouch. some worship for the Blood Crusher. Now a Doom Blast so they can retreat. Excellent use of Heretics to get away there by Holy Hammer. Tex can come back out of his base. Chaos Lord capped Tex's natural VP during that. Has the Blood Maul.
If that victory point is lost,
Blood Crusher down to half health. Have 2 Heretic squads to repair and or worship it though. And this is what they're doing now. Demon worship. Boosting the health regen and energy regen of demons. Khorne's worship also will boost their speed, even if it's a vehicle. Like this Blood Crusher is. 399, 342. A 1-to-1 cacophony allows the noise breeze to get away, does it? It does. Both players. I was just about to say both players yet to lose a unit, but Tex has lost his Hormagaunts, it seems. Is he going to go for Gene Stealers? Now he has this melee synapse. He has 2 Adrenal Gland Warriors, in fact. You see the Adrenal Glands on their back there. And I think this is Malignant Blindness, the global ability of the Chaos Lord. Reduces your enemy's vision to almost 0. Must have worn off by now because these warriors are engaging. Blood Crusher again is going straight after this Zone Throat, totally taken out of the game. Doesn't chase it though. Turns to engage the warriors, and they get away with all 3 models. Now engages the second squad. Heretics forced off. Can he get a model loss on these warriors? Surely. Yes, there goes one. Now engage the Hive Tyrant. And this Blood Crusher is under Khorne worship, uses its demonic roar, making the Hive Tyrant fall back momentarily. And this is a dead Hive Tyrant, I think. Yes. Second Hive Tyrant loss for Tex. Chaos Lord puts up his Dark Halo and goes after some Termagants now. Zone Throat back in the fight, needs to be careful, could be charged by the Blood Crusher. That was a focus warped blast, which is snaring that Blood Crusher there. Double Adrenal Gland Warriors. Blood Crusher needs to be very careful. Might have to charge away. Here are some Heretic to help out with the Doom Blast and CSM to shoot them up. They have their Eternal War. Huge ruckus in the center here. Demonic Roar for the Blood Crusher forces everything to back off, and Tex retreats them. These warriors pretty lucky to get out of there. Tier 3 for Holy Hammer, 341, 331. Blood Crusher being worshipped. Zone Throat still hanging around. Tex has done really well to hang on to this thing. 2-to-1 for Holy Hammer. No real push for Tex's natural right now. What is this? Some Rippers without number used. Generally annoying little melee unit that can tie stuff up. Can't do much else. I think they actually do 1 damage. But they are very small unit types, so they're hard to hit with ranged weapons. Hive Tyrant in melee with the Chaos Lord. Chaos Space Marines forced off. Those Crushing Claws are deadly. Here comes the Warriors. Termagant support. Blood Crusher roars again. Are the Warriors going to be able to finish it off? No. Can he finish it, the Chaos Lord? No, again. 341, 286, a 2-to-1 for Holy Hammer still, and he has pretty much all of the map here. Not looking good for Tex. Has the units though, and now he's getting some Gene Stealers. Holy Hammer really unable to get any significant squad losses. I think the double aspiring champion Heretics was a mistake. He seems to really like it though. Don't think it's really brought him anything. I suppose he can tie up and worship at the same time, and here come the heretics. Watch them prove me wrong and take out the Zone Throat. No, they worship that Blood Crusher. I suppose they have kept the Blood Crusher alive. The Hive Tyrant went down again. Where are the Gene Stealers? They are at base, infiltrated because they've been idle. Elite melee unit for Tyranids, especially when they are under melee synapse, of which Tex has 2 sources of, will boost their health by 75% and give them plus 10 melee skill. Melee skill determines how often you do special attacks. This Blood Crusher being used excellently well by xHoLyHammerx in this match, I think. Zone Throat boosting the health regen of these termagants as they retreat past it. 328, 258. Gene Stealers are capping this wreck point over here.
We have the advantage.
Great unclean one on the way for xHoLyHammerx. 2-1 cap for Tex. Blood Crusher charges out. What is this? Warriors attacking heretics. Up against 2 squads. I don't think they're going to be able to stand. Here comes a Blood Crusher to help out. Heretics held their own there. Now worshipping the level 2. Gonna need to retreat him, I think. Yep. Blood Crusher now has no support, and the Hive Tyrant might be able to finish it off. Or a Zone Throat pit. xHoLyHammerx needs to put it out. And he doesn't. He engages the Hive Tyrant and it goes down, loses that Blood Crusher, levels the Hive Tyrant to 3. Where are the Gene Stealers? They're idle again. I haven't even seen these guys fight anything. And Tex somehow has a 2-1. Heretics are going to decap the top though. Hive Tyrant stomps up there. Is he going to switch to his rendered talons? He is. Also has the bonded exoskeleton. Noise Marines forcing off termagants. xHoLyHammerx seems to have spent a lot of time in this area right here. Don't think he's been aggressive enough going after this natural victory point of Tex. Could send some heretics to cap it while he's engaging other forces, etc. Hive Tyrant switches back to the Crushing Claw, having used the Seismic Roar. Gene Stealers now making their way to the middle. We will see these guys fight. The great unclean one is on the field. Here's the big fella. Super unit for Chaos fights melee, hugely tough. And he has 2 heretic squads to worship him too, which will also boost his speed. By far the best worship you can give the Great Unclean One. Engaging the Hive Tyrant in single combat with those Crushing Claws. The Hive Tyrant is damaging it pretty handily, but he just doesn't have the health to hang with the Great Unclean One. Especially under worship there. Gene Stealers basically a capping unit so far. Heretics, are they going to wipe? No, they get away. Lots of reinforcing though again. Mark of Khorne CSM. Ouch. Cloud of Flies from the Great Unclean One. I think that was a mistake. I think he should have gone for Mark of Tzeentch to shoot up the warriors from afar and get some synaptic shots. Shocks, we'll see. That was Sweeping Doom you saw there. And Gene Stealers forced off. Double Termagants. Still alive. What level are these guys now? They are level 2 only. 251, 242. xHoLyHammerx has a double again and is again pressuring this side. Tex seems to have had no power for most of the game. Yet look at the stuff he's got. Kitted out Hive Tyrant. Double Toxin Sacs. Double Warriors with Adrenal Glands. A Zone Throat and Gene Stealers and another Zone Throat. How is he buying this stuff? Uh-oh, Great and Clean One ate too much cake. Just a bit of a dribble of vomit coming out. Here comes the second Zone Throat squad for Tex. Noise Marines still going for xHoLyHammerx, Cacophony and Retreat. Hive Tyrant might get a model loss. No. Here comes his nasty melee force. Adrenal Gland Gene Stealers are really, really nasty. And the Hive Tyrant's really isolated here in combat with Mark of Khorne CSM and a Great Unclean One. Really should have got them Mark of Zinch, I think, so they can sit back and pepper stuff. Hive Tyrant going after the heretics, and they're dying with every hit pretty much. And here comes double Adrenal Warriors and Gene Stealers. And that's a dead heretic squad, surely. Aspiring Champion gets away. Hive Tyrant goes down. But the Tyranids have taken top again for a 2-1, 248, 192. Huge ruckus. Doom Blast going off. Gene Stealers have used Frenzy, healing themselves of every hit. And they are ripping stuff apart here, but they are forced off. And a cloud of flies might finish them off, and does so. Ouch. Holy Hammer floating a lot of power, almost 300. Could get a Chaos Predator soon. Look at this though. Double Termagants hitting Holy Hammer's power of all things. Also capping this wreck point. Great Unclean One and Curse Lord go to defend. Curse Lord fully kitted out now, has Harness of Rage. Surprising he didn't get Armor of the Inferno, I think. Mark of Khorne CSM get away with 2 members. Here comes some heretics. Here comes a Great Unclean One. Picks up a Termagant, not hungry, so throws it away. Hive Tyrant engages the Great Unclean One. Great Unclean One not being worshipped at the moment, so taking a lot of damage. Big fella needs some help. Marches back to base. Hive Tyrant level 4. Curse Lord level 4. Holy Hammer, I think, needs to push and try and take out the zone threats, and there he goes, making a move with the Khorne CSM. But look at this, double Adrenal Gland Warriors to defend, and the CSM are pretty lucky to get away in the end. There's a seismic roar. Here comes the Great Unclean One. Hive Tyrant engages him. Tex has Holy Hammer on the back foot here. There's a foul snare, stunning these warriors and dragging one towards him. Come on, big fella. Kill a warrior. No. Vomits again. Hive Tyrant doing some crazy damage, and this Great Unclean One's under worship. Hive Tyrant now forced to run away. And here come the warriors. And they lose a model pretty quick. Khorne CSM again forced to retreat. Chaos Predator on the way for Holy Hammer. Tech still in tier 2, gets another Gene Stealer squad, really stacking up in tier 2 units here. Still has absolutely no power generators, so I'm not sure how he's doing this.
If that victory point is lost,
has 15 power income, able to hold back Holy Hammer this much with so little power is amazing. Problems with the Tyranid economy perhaps. They are generally quite power light, tend to float a lot of power late game. Here is the Chaos Predator, no mark for it. Will make short work of these Termagants and they can't finish the decap. Mark of Khorne CSM going to engage them in retreat. Eventually. And a couple of them died. Heretics near the top trying to take out this zone throw, and he might do it. And do it. Great job, Heretics. These guys are level 4 now. Working on some rippers. Tex apparently retreated the guy. but he didn't want to. Missed the zone throw. Hive Tyrant chasing this Predator has Mark of Nurgle, making it a lot tougher. Look at that, 1225 hit points on a tank at level 1. Doesn't want to show its rear armor to that Hive Tyrant. Look at the damage it's doing with these crushing claws. Huge engagement in the middle. Mark of Khorne CSM are going to wipe. No, saved by the Great and Clean One. Great and Clean One under worship. Heretics being set upon though. Gene Stealers under melee synapse with 1600 hit points at level 1. Crazy. Full retreat though for Tex. Double Termagant still there. Cripple the Curse Lord. Cannot cripple the Great and Clean One, of course. Great and Clean One not afraid of no toxin. Another zone throw on the way for Tex. Must have lost his other one. I only saw one go down. $129,172. Tex somehow has a 2-to-1 here. All he has is the power node, and he's able to compete. Mark of Nurgle Predator forcing off Termagants, now under fire from Rippers. Annoying little things. Here comes the Hive Tyrant working on the Great and Clean One. Does a big vomit and misses completely. Invincibility popped by the Hive Tyrant. Warriors jumping in. Here come the Gene Stealers. Everything's stunned though. That Predator needs to be careful. I think that's a dead Predator surely. Heretics Doom Blast and run away. Zone Throw getting shots in. Predator's gonna die. Was very slow to move it. Couple more hits from the Hive Tyrant. Or one more hit even. We've got a rear armor hit. Curse Lord moving in. Level 5. Hive Tyrant's level 5. Taking a lot of damage from the Great and Clean One and the Curse Lord. And retreats in time. Yes. What about the Curse Lord? Is he going to get out of there? Getting shot up by these Termagants. And gets out on the Hive Tyrant's taken out in retreat by Foul Snare. Cloud of Flies misses. 2-to-1 cap for xHoLyHammerx. Should be heading over to this natural victory point of Tex. Send your quick Khorne CSM over there. Chaos Predator number 2 on the way for xHoLyHammerx. 124, 123. Doesn't get much closer than this. Tex has a huge unit advantage. Here we go again then. Should be engaging with both Heretic squads, I think. Great and Clean One doesn't really need worship at this moment. Not being engaged. Doesn't need the speed buff. Where's the Sweeping Doom? Has he used it? There it was. Everything already in retreat though. 2-to-1 cap for Tex now. Sneaky little Termagants. 118, 113. Chaos Predator number 2. No mark yet. Heretics worshipping for no particular reason. Great and Clean One goes to the top. Termagants running the hell away. Here comes the Hive Tyrant. I think he's gone down about 4 times. Predator doesn't want to get caught again. Great and Clean One going to engage him. Here he comes. Here come Khorne CSM too. Invincibility popped. Khorne CSM are level 4 now. Over 2,000 hit points. under Khorne worship, boosting their speed. Here's the tank. Hive Tyrant outnumbered greatly. But here come the Tyranids. And there's a sweeping doom, sending stuff absolutely flying. Talk about disruption. And Heretics are going to wipe. Finally, they lasted all this time. 76, 113, 2-1 protects, forced off again. Couple of zone throats, but xHoLyHammer needs to start capping these VPs. Double Termagants looking after that top one. There go the Khorne CSM. Look at the amount of power that xHoLyHammer has, almost 500. Tex has enough biomass for a Tyranid formation were he tier 3, but he's not. More Rippers called down. Khorne CSM can now try and decap. 56, 113. Tex doing amazingly well with almost 0 power. 19 plus 19 income he's got. But look at his forces. xHoLyHammer, couple of bad decisions in my opinion. The double aspiring champion Heretics, generally uncalled for. Mark of Khorne on his CSM instead of Mark of Tzeentch. Trying to have a melee fight with melee Tyranids, double Adrenal Gland Warriors and Gene Stealers is not the best idea. 50 plays 105. 2-1 for xHoLyHammer though. Almost has enough for another tank or something. No mark for this one still. Hive Tyrant's going straight after it, ignoring everything else. Has his warp field right now. And he's caught up to the tank, gets a rear armor hit, and another. Hive Tyrant knocked around a bit. Everything chasing the Hive Tyrant. I think it's going to die. And does. Tank just about not dying. Needs to take Tex's natural. Send the Khorne CSM over there. Look at this. Tex has taken his natural. 44-90. Imperial Abyss on the VP. Most of the stuff got away largely unscathed. A couple of losses. Some stuff pulled back in by the chains. 33-90. Bloodletters on the way for xHoLyHammer. Lost that Predator. Where the heck did he lose it? There. Must have been the zone throats. 21-90 is a double for Tex. Might even be a triple or not. Here comes some more Rippers, I think. Yup. Here comes the Great and Clean One. Khorne CSM will try to cap under Ripper attack. No, they turn and engage. And Tex has a single. Curse Lord Tex is natural to stop the counter at 7. Khorne CSM should be capping. Come on, guys. Take out the Rippers, now cap, surely. He's now capping. Can he pull this out? Bloodletters on the field going after these zone throats. A demon with infantry armor. Very high damage, can teleport too, but they're under ridiculous attack now. Again, a melee unit. If he got a CSM instead of those tanks he got and gave them Mark of Tzeentch with 2 Mark of Tzeentch CSM running around, I think he would have done a lot better. Easy for me to say though. xHoLyHammer, oops, has over 600 power, now losing his natural again. 7 plays 75, needs to stop this decap. Great and Clean One vomits, Bloodmaw getting in there, and Bloodletters, and he forces them off, but Tex is going for the top. xHoLyHammer realizes, tries to defend with Khorne CSM, but what is he going to be able to do? Adrenal Gland Warriors and Genestealers under melee synapse are going to rip these Khorne CSM apart. They are level 4. Gene Stealers are level 2. Here come the Bloodletters. Can they stop the cap? They do, and it's a 1-to-1. Great and Clean One still stomping around after all this time. Hive Tyrant engages. Great and Clean One, of course, cannot cap these. Khorne CSM are going to be forced off, and the Hive Tyrant's going to cap, and this is going to be end of the game, I think. Chaos Lord going for Texas Natural. Don't think he's going to be able to get there in time. Termagants and Warriors are guarding it. Hive Tyrant able to tank the Great and Clean One, and this is going to be a win for Tex. xHoLyHammerx saying the map playing into Tex's favour, which it probably did. Tyranid's a lot more mobile than Chaos. And there's the win for Tex. Amazing game. Such little power income, and he had a ridiculous army. xHoLyHammerx making a mistake, I think, of trying to out melee Tyranids. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.